back from the dead.
Welcome back, everyone, to some more MTG Arena. Today, I'm pretty interested in this deck. I want to go into one of the first decks that I built. It's something that is easy for beginners to put together, something that is winning, and something that'll be a little bit easier for people to basically handle, especially if you're new to Arena. So I think we're going to go through it today. The deck is Azorius Control. I call it Don't. This deck is very interesting for the fact of basically you have this what I would call enchantments that can't be removed. So we're going to go over this real quick. Play Healer Hawks just for a little bit of early aggro, but really the whole point of the deck is you take whatever cards you have, counter spells, enchantments, stuff that locks away your opponent's permanents, and from there you basically rely on 2 or 3 large threats. Nezal Primal Tide is a great one. He comes in, can't be countered, no maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, including one to remove him, you draw a card. And then you can discard 3 cards, get him away from the removal. He comes back at end of turn, I think. Beginning of the next end step. Zatalpa is a game winner. If people can't exile him, he's indestructible. Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample. You're getting hit with 8 every turn. For 8 mana, it is a lot, but that's the point of removing everybody's stuff so you can get as far as you can. So some of the fundamentals of playing is early game sealaways, early game anticipates. You're looking for counters, removals. Basically, you're looking for Essence Scatter. Search for Azcanta is a great early card. It's something that'll really get you through the digging, and then once you transform it, it's almost invaluable. You search for Azcanta to get through to basically your Essence Scatters, your Shimmers, your Narsets Reversal. It digs into Law Mage's Binding, which is a big card. This card is probably what I would say one of the most underrated cards for the fact that it has Flash. Basically, stopping your opponent from attacking, blocking, and activating abilities is like insane. And it's only 3 mana, so it's not that bad. Sinister Sabotage for counterspell and to surveil. Ixalan's Binding, I chose it over Conclave Tribunal for the fact of you're not playing enough creatures to be able to make it cheaper. And this one makes it so they can't cast cards that are the same type. So if you do it on a Saheeli, they can't cast another Saheeli until you get rid of Ixalan's Binding. Settle the Wreckage, always a good card. Nothing bad to say about Settle the Wreckage. Spark Double is there for the fact of Teferi. Teferi is one of the win cons in the deck that helps you either ult or get to your bigger creatures and your land as fast as you can. Cleansing Nova for board wipes, more control. The new Teferi just for the fact of he also does useful things for you. But yeah, I'd sideboard in stuff for matches that are more creature based. Quenches, Essence Scatters. I mean, if you're going up against, let's say, a dinosaur deck, it just makes sense. It makes sense to get rid of all your hard base removal, or at least side in some, answers to some more spell type decks, stuff like that. So I would say we could take a peek in and go play a couple games and see how it goes. I've been mulling around recently with some more decks, trying to get some more ideas for what to do. This is a very simple deck. It's something that, you know, you don't really have to think too hard because you're not countering really as many things as you are just waiting for their stuff to hit the board. And then once it does a thing, or once the creature is a threat, you take it from them. And nobody runs enough enchantment removal in this standard meta. So that's the only reason why you get away with it. If it was regular Azorius control, I would say, you know, there's a good chance that it might not work out, but we're going to test it out right now. So if we had a blue land right here, this would be a really good opening hand. We would turn 2 into Escanta, hopefully putting us into more land. Because of how much blue we have right here, I'm gonna 1,000 times better. I cannot express. No. Holy shit. We're gonna just. Basically, I'm hanging on to Hallowed Fountain because both of these are going to come in untapped with just owning a plains. So, but we have nothing to do right here, so we're just gonna hit for 1. Deputy Detention is a great card because if somebody has a lot of tokens and you choose one, it takes all of them and they all disappear. I believe this guy might be playing Defender Tribal. So we're going to anticipate on his end step. Anticipate is a great card to always do on your opponent's turn if you have the mana to do it. So like right here, he's going to stop us from drawing. So yeah. The only reason why I did that right there is Teferi is good, but we don't have the mana for him yet. And I'm going to take his Narset with Exelon's Binding. So we're going to play this. We're going to exile Narset. We're going to hit him for 1. That's fine. Now this is where you really see the deck shine. We have a couple options here. We could either sit on the counter spell, we could Deputy Detention his Zephyr Goal and hit him for 1 and gain 1, or we could wait for him to attack and seal away. We are going to sit back right now and just see what happens. There's a good chance that we're going to get to counter something like that. And that's why you sit back. We definitely want that. Okay. I want to save the Exelon's Binding for something heavy, like the Tezzeret that he played or Narset. Zephyr Goal, I mean, he might be running more of them, but it doesn't really affect us right here. So, assuming he doesn't have any kill spells or anything to deal with Deputy, we're just going to hit him for 1. That makes Seal Away pretty not useful. Okay, so this is where Seal Away is going to come in handy. Actually, no. We're going to get rid of this. As you can see, this is how the deck works. It gets to a point where you have like 8 things locked down, and they never get to really do anything. Okay. So he's trying to play flyers, basically, which is fine. We're going to Narset here because we have Seal Away open. We're going to Negger. Let's see. He is playing blue, and we can cast this on this turn. Very much worth the value right there. He cannot deal with Teferi right now. We're going to bounce that to his hand. Draw a card. Hit him for 1. It might look like we have a lot going on, but really this is a pretty simple build. All right. I think that let's just flash instant or sorcery spell, return to their hand. I think he's going to play creature next, so we're going to take that and hang on to it. We can flash it in. We might, our Healing Hawk might win us the game here, which would be pretty hilarious. Let's see. I want to thank anybody too, while we get the time, who has checked out my other videos. It's coming together. I realized that last video I forgot to edit the audio, make it sound a little bit better, but I'm starting to get into the hang of it and making these. So yeah, it's been really fun recently. I think that really gonna bring everything together. I don't know what this guy thinks he's going to do. Oh man, that is great. Okay, so I hate to say this is about to happen, but we are going to seal away our own Healer Hawk, and I will explain that in a minute. One, I can't allow this guy to have flyers right now. There's just no way. The other is, if we need to, we can always Echelon's Binding our own Seal Away. Oh no, an opponent controls. No, we can't. That's fine though. We don't need him to have flyers. It was a 2/2. It gained us enough life too. So I think right here, actually, I'm going to anticipate on our turn. Yeah, that was a good play. Is Deputy of Detention going to be good? Yes, actually. This is why Deputy of Detention is an amazing card. We're going to take both, and we're going to hit him for 1. We're going to plus him so that we can neg him next turn. We are going to send all of our attacks at Tezzeret until he dies. And mind you, we are just waiting for one of our bombs to come up in our deck at this point. We have 6, 7 mana. We're one short as a Talpa. Totally fine. We are, in response to that, going to target Siren. He could pay a blue and have Siren just blow up, but that's really his choice. He's going to do that. It's fine. All right. We are going to... We're going to bounce the token, which is going to make it disappear. We're going to draw a card. And still full swinging. Now, this is the times where it's a little slow, but we really need to hit our creature base. On the upside, we're at a high enough life total that we'll be safe for a little while. He's probably going to swing it to Fairy right here. So I'm more than okay with that. We are going to continue to swing because we can't block that and he can't kill our deputies. So this is a pretty good spot. And the problem is if we Cleansing Nova for the second ability, he's going to get all his stuff back. If we Cleansing Nova for the first ability, he's also going to get all of his stuff back. It's a little bit of a tricky board wipe, but it makes sense. The deputies are here actually for exactly what we're seeing now, which is to take out any token generation. But this is good. Our play is we are going to sit on Settle the Wreckage. And we're going to basically wait for this guy to swing in with his tokens. He doesn't have a hand, so Tezzeret is his only source right now of anything. Curious Obsession was his way to refill his hand. It's not happening. Let's see. We got 34 cards in deck. If we bounce this, he just replays it. So at this point, we're gonna +1 and sit on the ability of being able to Cleansing Nova on his turn after he plays whatever he's gonna play, which is fine. We'll counter it anyway, just because. At this point, it doesn't really matter. He's going to make whatever he wants, and we're going to deal with the board state pretty soon. But I do not want Teferi to die, especially now that he's at 4. So we are going to... We do have a Sorcerer removal in our hand, which is good. So not terrible. Yeah, we're gonna return the bird to his hand, keeping it from attacking. And look at that. Draw right into Nezal. That's fine. We draw a card. This is where the draw engine starts to kick on, which is good. Yes. Yes. This is all what we needed. We now have big flying dinos. And another search for his Kanta. We're going to save the 2 mana, though, for Seal Away. We're going to plus him. And we are going to... Yeah, you know what? What is his neg 9? Yeah, we're not going to let him just start dropping bombs from his deck. It's a neg 9. So this turn he'll plus him to 8. Next turn he'll plus him to 9. So we're on a two turn clock. We can deal with that. We can Ixalan's Binding the Water Knot. Make sure he doesn't cast another one again. This is where it gets a little tricky. There's really not many ways to stop Zatalpa, but that is definitely one of them. We are going to save our Teferi, I think. Yeah, there's no point in saving Narset, and we do have another one. So we're just going to take him out of the picture. We are going to search for Azcanta. Not bad. Drop this. +1. We are going to... Yeah, we're going to just swing. Okay. Okay. So I can return a creature to his hand to draw a card or an enchantment. Beginning the next end step. I think that we might have let him go too long. There's a pretty good chance we might not be able to get out of this, but I'm going to do everything I can to attempt to. Destroying all creatures is going to also destroy Nezhal, which is not great. We're just gonna... What is it? Beginning of your end step, search your library for permanent card. Alright, so he's just gonna start looking for creatures to drop onto the board. But Tezzeret is now gone, so at least we don't have 1/1s or whatever coming up every turn. He is gonna be looking for flyers though, so we are gonna have to get around it. My game plan here is drawing to our Ixalan's Binding, get rid of the Water Knot, board wipe. Oh, that's not a good thing. This is a very good thing. Yes, this is a very good thing. Okay. I could use the -3 to get rid of Zatalpa's Water Knot, but Ugin can... Oh, he just destroys. Okay, I'm not that worried about him then. I'm going to return Zephyrgul. I'm then going to kill, or we're just going to full swing in. Yeah, no. I'm not even going to bother Narset reversaling that. So we're still sitting on a Sabotage. Now, he might try and make a 1/1, but as of right now, like, we have a pretty good chance of drawing into what we need. Alright, so he's going to try and destroy him. In response, I'm going to draw a card. Yes. We're going to activate his ability, and we're going to discard those. The play here is we're going to Ixalan's Binding the Nezhal, and we're just going to punch him in the face. Unless my dude has just drawn an answer to what's about to happen. Which I don't think he has. We're just going to do this because you never know what the other person has. Yeah, okay. I try not to drag it out, but I you never know. He just drew a free card. But yeah, we got to win. That to me is exactly how it's supposed to go. We're supposed to see a deck that just pulls and pulls and pulls resources, takes away your stuff. You just can't keep a board presence until we drop our bombs, and we win that way. I love it for beginners because it teaches you how to basically interact with the board. You're constantly looking for enchantments, planeswalkers, now with War of the Spark. So I think that is good, and I think that we could keep playing around with this. So let's run another one, see how it goes. Like I said, though, this has always been one of my favorites. I've enjoyed this kind of deck from when I got on Arena. It was between this and Dragons, and I still like this one a lot. I figure we'll roll through one more game, give a little kind of like a good idea of how this deck is supposed to play out. Hope everybody likes the production, the music. I'm really trying. We'll see how it goes. This is a good hand, for sure. That is very bad for us, because he's going to take Azcanta, and he's going to stop us from drawing. No, took our settle. All right, that gives me the indication he's probably playing creature based. We're gonna Escanta, and on our next turn, if we deputy the Kite Sail freebooter, we get our settle back if we want it. But that's also kind of good because you know the kind of deck that we're playing. You almost always have an answer to people stealing your stuff. Now, I can't play settle until the next turn. And if I take his freebooter, then there's really not a point in having it anyway. So I think that we're going to pass. Probably going to take a damage on this next turn, but we are going to anticipate. Or we can Narset's Reversal, whatever he plays. So... I think that Narset. We're trying to dig into answers. We're going to attempt to deal with this guy's board state before he gets out of control. We're just going to start tossing things. Not a bad draw. We don't need that right now. If we target this, he has to sacrifice it. So we're just going to take freebooter for now, because at least we can block a departed deckhand. He's playing Demir, which makes me think that we're going to be seeing quite a few board wipes and surveilling. That is interesting. He can tap our deputy, which is weird. We have 4 mana. Nah. Cool. This is going to be a weird one because I'm going to target the departed deckhand, and I think the Siren Store Tamer is going to try to counter something that's targeting it, but when it becomes the target anyway, he has to sacrifice it. So I don't know which one is going to happen first. Okay, so that does go on the stack. It gets sacrificed. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. We'll just stay back for now. We do have open Essence Scatter, and I do believe that he's playing creature-based, so I get the feeling that we're about to see another one. Yeah, no. Ravenous Chupacabra is not what we want to be seeing right now. He gets his Kite Sail back, and he gets to take another card from my hand. Not okay with that. That's fine. Now, it's interesting because he definitely doesn't know that we have Narset in our hand. He knows we have Narset's Reversal, though. Library. He could sacrifice Siren Storm Tamer in response. So, we're going to Narset here. He needs to draw cards. He has no hand. He's not going to be able to. What are you going to tap down? This guy is hilarious. Alright, so we have Narset's Reversal open. Only for instants and sorceries, which I don't think he's playing a lot of, but there's a chance. It's kind of one of those cards you use on yourself for the most part. He's worried about Narset for some reason. Probably because we just emptied his hand. I do want to hear feedback on how you guys enjoy this deck. It works. And this is why we have 2 Ixalan's bindings. So this is one of those heartbreak moments where we're going to take this and know we don't have enough mana for a while. I'm going to neg Narset. That's fine. Yeah, we're just gonna slap that thing out of here. Don't feel like dealing with it. The reason why I took Zatalpa is he's the biggest threat that we have. I mean, Azor is pretty good, but he's like, you can't get rid of him, which is why he's the best. I think this guy is just sitting on whatever he's got, hoping that we're gonna misplay, but who knows? Looking for a land. Basically because we're going to do that. If I get another land, I can Ixalan's Binding the Icy Manipulator. No. We'll leave open Narset's Reversal. That's fine. Run out of room. So if he takes our Zatalpa, we just exile Freebooter with Ixalan's Binding and get it back. But if he takes Ixalan's Binding, we're screwed. Okay, he took the worst one. I don't know why this guy's so scared of Settle the Wreckage, but if he would have taken Ixalan's Binding, or no, if he would have taken if he would have taken Ixalan's Binding, our only way without him attacking to get it back would be to Cleansing Nova, which would open up this Freebooter to take our Zatalpa. So this worked out in our favor, kind of. Not really, because I really wanted to deal with that. But actually, no. I am not even worried about Kite Sail or my Settle the Wreckage. We're just going to get rid of that. Tired of being tapped. One more card engraved. So next turn, as Cant will turn into a land, we'll be at 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. We'll be at 7. We are going to graveyard that just for the transform here. And right on schedule, he can now not play instants or sorceries on his next turn. And we will swing for 1 because he tapped. Okay. So we have enough for Zatalpa. We're not going to play because I don't want him bounced to my hand. But we are going to grab that little guy. We're going to punch him for 1. He's going to have to tap down our deputy. He's going to bounce our deputy to our hand on the next turn, which is when he'll get Freebooter, which is fine, because by that point, Zatalpa will be out. And at that point, he's kind of screwed either way, because he'll have to either take Cleansing Nova or Teferi. Either one can bounce something of his and give us back our stuff. So, interesting. So his game plan was to Icy Manipulator with this, so whatever was out would also get returned. If he takes Teferi, we're really solid. What he really needs to take is Cleansing Nova. Yep, there it is. That's fine. Maybe turn target creature opponent controls to its owner's hand. Pretty solid. But our friend here has possibly tripped up. Now, if I Deputy of Detention, Freebooter, there's a problem. Because I can do that. Cleansing Nova. Do I have enough to Cleansing Nova after I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't. Oh, this is great. I don't know how this is going to go, but we are going to lock down Riddlemaster Sphinx, and we are going to Deputy of Detention both of the Freebooters. We're going to get both cards back, and yeah, he's going to hit us for 2, and then we're going to have to figure a way around this board state. Unless he can remove Deputy Detention. Well, 3 damage, and he gets a draw card. But we're going to see what we can do here. Oh, he doesn't draw a card because of Narset. Hilarious. We could kill ourselves right now. We're not going to. 8, 9. We have 9 mana. I do this, can I sit on settle the wreckage? I can. Well, there you go. We have another win. The deck takes a little bit of thinking and making sure that you make the right plays, but as you can tell, this is the end game. The end game is you get as far as you can, you lock down, you try your hardest to just get out your main pieces and have them battle. I think that this is easy for new players for one reason, and the reason is that the big mythics and the big rares that you need, you mostly only need one, being the creatures. Everything else you don't really need it for. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm still trying to put together some more decks, some more lists, some more what I can. And if anybody needs a list for me, if you want to just talk, anybody can just hit me up in the comments. And I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to keep playing and keep trying and try to help as many people as I can. But thanks for watching.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go.
Now we're back from the dead. We're back from the dead.
Hell yeah.